Scarface, your boy Scarface, and thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. Thank you guys for always supporting every week. Every week that I release an episode, you guys always check it out. You guys are always sharing it. You guys are always listening to the pod or the clips and all that. So I really do appreciate it. So wherever you're listening to, if you can give us a 5-star, a thumbs up, wherever, whatever the case, please, please, please. It helps the podcast out a lot. Or else, if you want to keep supporting the podcast, we do sell pins. If you want to buy some merch, and things like that, everything is linked in the bio. I usually wear hats and it has like the pins on them, but right now, obviously, I'm not wearing one. So, again, thank you guys for always tuning into the episodes every week. Also, today I'm gonna be releasing Jackie's podcast, or not Jackie, Jackie, but the live we did. So, you're probably gonna get 2 episodes today. So definitely check them out. But let's get into it. And today I wanted to talk about something that's common, especially when I do lives and things like that. Like the question that I get a lot, is like, how do I know if they're interested? Like, what do we got to do? Or what are some things that people show if they're interested in you? And that's a really valid question, because sometimes we want to know if the other person is interested. We just don't know, or some people don't know. And everybody's a little bit different too. So some people might do this, some people might do that, like everybody is a little different. So I did come up with a list here. That way we can go over some of the things that you can look out for. Again, not everybody's going to have everything on this list, but they might have some similarities, some things on this list. And it's just a good template to go off of, like not necessarily like they have to do this exactly. It could be a little bit different. It could, it just like some things in it you might hear and be, and say, hey, you know what? I think he or she does that. They might be interested. So, because at the end of the day, everybody acts differently. Everybody's a little bit different. So, let's get into it. So, the number one that we have, and the biggest one, is consistent communication. Regular and meaningful communication, including initiating conversations, is a positive sign of interest. So this is why I always say, is that person, talking to you every day? Are they messaging you every day? Are they trying to get to know you? And not just that, like, are they like trying to see you too? But constantly like communication every day. I hate it when people are like, oh, we started talking, but he went ghost for 3 days, a week, couple weeks. No, they're not interested. If they were interested in you, they wouldn't have let that many days go by, that much time go by, not talking to you. Because if I'm interested in somebody, I'm trying to court this person. I'm doing whatever it takes to get that person. So that means talking to them every day, trying to get to know them, trying to see them, because to me, it'd be like somebody else is going to try to do it. So I want it to be me. So I need to put in that work, put in that effort. And if they're not putting in that work, putting in that effort into you, they're probably not interested. And it has to go both ways too. It's not just like one-sided. Excuse me. You know how some people will put in a lot of effort and you get very little from the other side. Clearly one of the two is not very interested in one another, but constant communication. Is that person talking to you? Are they responding in one-word answers? Are they, not really, are just brushing off your conversations? Again, taking forever to answer you. I get it, going a few hours, people don't need to talk to every single minute of the hour. But if they go days without talking to you, come on now. If they message you in the morning and you don't get a response until late at night, come on now. So it just like little things. Pay attention to those little things, because they clearly, the actions of a person will clearly tell you if they're interested in you, so. And then just healthy communication. If they're going to be busy all day, hey, I'm going to be doing this, this, and this, X, Y, and Z. I'll message you a little bit later. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Now hey, they're doing this, but at least they told me they're doing this. Constant communication, consistent communication too. That's a big one, because again, if they can go longer than a day without talking to you, they might not be interested in you. So, just that rule of thumb. I've never been interested in somebody and been like, I'll message them in a couple days. It'll be fine. No worries. No, never have done that. So definitely pay attention to that. Number two is active listening. They show genuine interest, actively listening to what you say, remembering details, and engaging in thoughtful discussions. And they don't always have to be thoughtful discussions, but for the most part, of course, uh, you're like having those thoughtful conversations every now and then. Uh, but just listening, remembering, like if they talk about a person, oh, okay, like this, trying to remember everything about them, because when you're trying to learn more about them, it means that you're probably interested in this person because you're taking the time to learn, taking the time to ask, taking the time to, putting in that effort. So that's another way to, like, if you have to keep repeating yourself over and over and over again, the other person is forgetting those things, might be a little bit of a red flag there, just because why aren't they remembering it? Like, you clearly told them. If you were the only one, shouldn't they be remembering these things? I remember a lot of little details of somebody when I'm interested in them. I start remembering little things they like, food, candy, flowers, colors, and just like different things like that, just like different things like that. And uh, like it's really not that hard. Like, if that's the only person, it's sorry, I had a respond to a client. It's really not that difficult to remember somebody's like little details if you're interested in that person. If it's very hard to remember these person's details, little details, they might not be that much interested in you because they didn't take that time or the effort to remember those things. So that's another thing to really pay attention to, is their active listening. Are you having to repeat yourself? Are are they remembering these things? So number three, body language. Positive body language, such as maintaining eye contact, smiling, and leaning in during conversations, can indicate attraction and interest. Yeah, like, I agree with that. Like, body language has a lot to do with um, if that person is interested. I pay attention a lot to body language, like little details. Like, are they looking at me? Are they on their phone? Are they not really engaging? Again, if they're smiling, like, are they having? Does it look like they're having a good time? Not just like sitting there, kind of like waiting to see what happens. So just paying attention to little things like that. Or if you going with somebody and they're constantly like on their phone, really not talking to you, really not engaging in anything with you, it could mean that they might not be that interested in you. So again, like, it's funny because I always try to emphasize actions over telling you. Of course, I can tell you that I'm going to treat you like a queen. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Anybody could tell you that, but are they putting in that effort to do it? So, uh, pay attention to their body language. Are they not even just the body languages? Are they like interactive with you? Are they trying to, like, are they facing you? Are they like, I don't even pay attention. Like, when I'm interested in somebody, I'm not even paying attention to my phone. I'm like right there in the moment trying to talk to you, see, what can happen. Trying to get you to, like, imagine me being on the phone the whole time while I'm on a date or something like that. They're going to be like, this dude's not interested in you. Uh, but it's funny because, oh no, like, I am interested. I had, no. If we went on a date, I reserve that time to hang out with you. So you all of a sudden have all these messages and stuff like that during that time. I'm like, come on now. Number four is initiates plans. Someone who's interested will make the effort to spend time with you, initiate plans for activities or outings. And this is so true. And not just initiating them, following through with them. After I've been doing these TikToks, I found out that a lot of people will make plans but not follow through. You know what I mean? Like, they'll cancel last minute. They'll be like, "Oh, this, and that," and I'm just like, "How are you guys still trying to get to know this person when he constantly bails on you, constantly not trying to see you, makes plans, cancels them? Something always happens." There's some people who have been in the talking stage for like 2-3 months, never seen each other, never hung out. If I meet someone, I'm trying to meet that person ASAP, even if they live far away. I'm trying to go see them. I'm trying to go like make things work. I'm trying to court this person because again, in my head, if I don't make, I like this person. If I don't make a move, somebody else is gonna make a move, and then I'm gonna be like, fuck. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to them canceling. Pay attention, always something coming up. Pay attention to those things because yes, I'm a busy person, but I can move things around to hang out with somebody I want to hang out with. Yes, also I do get busy and sometimes I'm not going to be able to hang out because but if you let me know ahead of time, we can always make something work. And I never come up with oh, this happened, I can't go. Oh, this happened, I can't go. Oh, this, no. That's somebody who's not interested. And I'm not interested in hanging out with somebody. I'm gonna say stuff like that. I'm gonna do stuff like that. So definitely pay attention to them. Are they making plans to see you, to take you out? And that does not mean going to their place. Okay. That's later on down the road. If you want to go to the place, cool. But date one should not be there. Date two should not be there. Maybe like date three after that, because then you're probably taking this person just a tad more serious. But a first date, why not public? Why are they trying to take you over there? Why? I'll tell you why. That man trying to smash. uh, so also pay attention to those. If he only wants to take you out, uh, or invite you over, that's a problem. Oh, we'll get food. We'll hang out here. We'll make food. No, no. He can take you on a date, girl. Number 5 is engagement in your life. They show curiosity about your life, interest, and goals. Absolutely true. Because if they're interested and if they supportive and seeing what they can do to help you in your goals, interests, and things like that, that person is interested in you because they want the best for you. Someone who's not really interested, you can be like, oh, this is my goal. Excuse me. And you'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Instead, someone who's interested is going to be like, oh, dang, like, what made you think that? Oh, is there anything I can do? Trying to help you, trying to support you, and things like, oh, I know this person, I'll connect you with this person. That way we can get the ball rolling on that, just like little things like that. It's little things that you have to pay attention to that. And if they're not supportive of your, like, how sometimes somebody wants to start a business or anything like that, their partner will be like, why do you want to do that? Why? Like, kind of like getting upset at the fact that they're trying to improve their life, trying to grow as a person. Definitely a red flag there. But someone who shows interest in you is also going to show interest in your goals, in your interests, curious about it too, asking questions, and at the end of the day, trying to help wherever they can help. Because of course they can't do it for you. They can't be out there doing your goals and interests for you, but they're supportive. And they'll encourage you to do it. So number 6 that we have is personal investment. An interested person invests time, effort in getting to know you both emotionally and intellectually, which is very true because getting to know, spending, I always say this, like, you can buy new things, you can do this, you can do that. The only thing you cannot buy is time again. So I am very picky who I invest my time into because, I just don't want to be wasting my time. Like I wasted, say like you wasted like 4 or 5 months with this person when, maybe you could have found somebody else in those 4 or 5 months, but you didn't because you were trying to invest your time into this person that was super flaky, wasn't really interested in things like that. So if they're making the effort to spend time with you, to see you, to go see you, um, you know, taking time away, or if they have kids, taking time away with their kid to be with you, to hang out with you, to see you, um, they're probably interested in you. You know what I mean? Like taking time out of their busy schedule too. That's another way of like seeing if somebody is interested in you. So it's like different things like that that we have to be paying attention to because it's not just words. Like I can tell you all day that I'm interested in you, but if my actions are not showing that, if I'm not trying to see you, if I'm not trying to take you out, it's a huge red flag. Like why aren't they doing these things? Why aren't they trying to see you? Why aren't they trying to take you out? Why aren't they trying to invest time into you? So pay attention to that. Again, my investment into it's an investment because you don't know how it's going to pan out. So I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time with anybody. So I'm very intentional now and very picky who I see, who I talk to, who I give my time to, who is gonna not because I'm like, oh, I'm the shit. No, because again, I don't want to be wasting my time. I don't want to be wasting my, all this effort into somebody. Money, I don't care. Like, right? I always say that money you can get back. It's time that really is. I'm like, do I really want to invest time into this person? Do I really want to see where this goes? Because it's gonna take time. You can't show somebody in a week that you're interested. It's going to take time and an effort and a lot of your time. So, and that's another reason why I tell people, like, when you're single, recent breakup, now you have more time because you're not investing it into a relationship. Maybe invest that time into starting a business, side hustle, hobby, and things like that. So, just a little tip for you guys. Uh, Number 7 is compliments. Genuine compliments about your personality, appearance, or achievements can be a clear indicator of attraction. And listen, if you're with somebody and they're not complimenting you, they're not interested. You know what I mean? Like, imagine never being heard that, hey, you're extremely, not, hey, beautiful, and then go on like with their question. No, sometimes just telling them, hey, you like, I just wanted to let you know that you are extremely beautiful, or I love your smile, I love this, I love that you did this, I love that, and things like that. I like this, I like that. Complimenting, like, hey, that actually looks really good, this, that, pay attention to these little things because they're clearly going to tell you. um, Maybe I'll name this podcast, say, pay attention to action, stupid. Because again, before I was there too, like, listening to what girls say, oh yeah, like this is and that, but then your actions are like, doesn't seem like you're fucking interested. Um, so pay attention to that. Like, are they also complimenting you? Are they also telling you this? Are they, oh, you look good in this, you look good in that? Um, your personality, your appearance, making them laugh. They're clear indicators that they're interested in you because if they're not, again, if they're not telling you, complimenting you on anything, should I slap you across the head now, like, or later on? uh, but definitely pay attention to that. Number 8, reciprocal sharing. They open up and share personal information about themselves, fostering a sense of mutual trust and connection. And this one's a big one because I don't share a lot of things with everybody. I know I share a lot of on social medias, TikToks and stuff, but there's a lot of things that I don't share, and I probably would never share on TikTok or any social media. Those are just like more private things. But if I'm interested in somebody, like, those tend to come out. Those tend to come out because you get comfortable with this person. You feel like you can talk to this person, especially if like something's bugging you. And the same with them. Like, if they're doing the same, telling you things like that they really don't tell other people, could be that they enjoy talking to you. They feel safe talking to you. They feel like you're actually listening when you're talking to them. So if they start telling, again, that depends on the personal information. I'm not gonna be like, yo, I got uh, a secret stash of freaking candy over there. Like, don't tell nobody. Nothing like that. It's more just like maybe past things that happen, things that bug you. Because you always want to put your best foot forward when you're talking to somebody. But imagine telling them, hey, like, this has actually been bugging me today, or things like that. Then they'll be like, oh, dang, he's actually being vulnerable, talking to me. And let me know about his things. But then also, don't pay attention to some of these fucking crybabies that bitch about everything. If they're complaining about everything, that's a problem. Like, oh, this, oh, that, oh, that. I hate putting myself around people who complain all fucking day. Like, that is so annoying. I'm like, do you ever have any positive thoughts? Like, what's going on here? So definitely pay attention to that. That's a big thing. When they share, especially like some stuff that you're just like, oh dang, I didn't know that about you. Oh dang, like, I'm glad you told me. Um, or if they start sharing stuff that, personal stuff, be like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I really don't, hopefully it's okay with you. Hope, stuff like that. Communicating like that is huge, that the other person is interested in you. So definitely pay attention to that. Number nine is supportive behavior. A person interested in you will offer support during challenging times and celebrate your successes, demonstrating emotional investment. And yeah, and this is why I say like supportive behavior, right? If you want to do something, they'll be like, why do you want to do that? That's dumb. You don't need it. But it's low key one of your dreams or like something you really wanted to do. But that person is not supporting that, may not be interested, or if they just brush it off, like whatever. Oh, hey, I did this. Oh, cool. Hey, like I was telling you, like they keep just blow right over it. Those are obviously they're not very interested in you. They're not trying to celebrate you. Or if they get like some sort of jealous because you're just celebrating something, they'll be like, oh, it could be their ego too, and be like, oh, can't believe she's killing it and I'm not killing it. So definitely pay attention to that. They should be supporting you in whatever you want to do, being there when like shit hits the fan, like if something happens. Because again, life is always a roller coaster. It's always up and down. Like it's never just up. Hopefully, for the most part, it's up. But of course, everyone it goes down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like that's just life. That's how it is. It's just gonna happen. Like there's always gonna be their ups and always gonna be their downs. And you want to be with someone who's gonna be supportive with you when you're up and supportive with you when you happen to come down, because it happens. It's gonna happen to him. It's gonna happen to you, by boy, girl, whatever the case may be. It's gonna happen. That's just life. Shit happens. So if they're not supportive, that is definitely a problem. Like if they just like, oh my god, she's like complaining again, and she dips out or he dips out. Come on now. Number 10 is consistent presence. They make an effort to stay present in your life, showing up for important events, maintaining regular contact. And again, this is where I say like the effort comes in, the actions come in. Like they're trying, hey, like we're gonna do this for a family event. I would love for it if you could come. And they'll be like, oh, I got this to do. No, they're not really interested in getting to know you or your family. Uh, and then being there, remembering little things about you, like some of these people, their man don't even like celebrate their birthdays, Valentine's Day, like things like that. If they're not celebrating you those days, um, not really caring about important dates for you, oh, that's say for some reason be like, oh, there's a fight one night, right? He wants to go see the fight, but you had told this person that it's your mom's birthday. Me, if I'm into the person, I'd be like, you know what? Like, I would really like to watch the fight, probably watch it on my phone, but I'm gonna go hang out with her because I know her mom's important to her and she's important to me. So, even though she'll probably get mad, I'm watching the fight on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have that argument than you weren't here. That's a whole different story. But I'm not super into fights like that. I'm just making that as an example. But compromising, like, if this person is important to that other person, they're gonna make the effort and they're gonna show you that you're important to them, by doing little things like that, showing up to to your events, different events, being present in your life, and always trying to make a presence in your life, not disappearing for a few days, not hearing back from them for a few days. Like that's definitely signs of not interested. So those were 10 reasons, and again, not everybody is gonna have all these 10 if they're interested, because it takes time to see if you really enjoy this person, right? Like if you really like this person, you go on a date. Of course, you're not gonna get all 10, right? Maybe you're still trying to figure it out. He seemed cool. Like we'll see where it goes, and then it's this is gonna take actions and time. If someone's interested in you, it's gonna take actions and time. If someone's telling you that they love you within a week, 2 weeks, no, definitely not. But it's patiently just seeing how they act each time, each time. Sometimes something may happen, and then that's when you can be like, oh, okay, like, that was kind of weird, but we'll see. But then if something like red flaggish happens all the time, it's only gonna continue. So pay attention to the actions. That's the biggest thing. Stop listening to what they say. Anybody can tell you what you want to hear. I always emphasize that so much. Anybody can tell you what you want to hear. But are they putting in the effort? Are they the action showing that they're interested in you? Are they doing little things like some of these in there, throwing them they're not all going to be perfect. Are they doing these things? Are they trying to see you? Are they trying to get to know you? Are they communicating with you? Are they investing their time into you? If they prefer to go invest their time into their friends, something else, they're not interested in you. Of course, they want to have guy night, but for the most part, they're mainly you. You know what I mean? Like they want to hang out with you, see you, because guess what? Like essentially, you're dating to be with somebody for the rest of your life, right? So why wouldn't you want to satisfy somebody who like you're trying to be with the rest of your life? Because your friends are gonna get girls. You know, like I'm talking to the fellas, your friends are gonna get girls, and then they're gonna cut you off. Not cut you off, but they're gonna spend more time with the girl. And then all of a sudden you're gonna be in a bad relationship because you were investing your time with the boys because you wanted to hang out with them. And now she has like a sore, like an itch about it, an ache about it because you're always gone, always chose them, and now you're all of a sudden like, oh yeah, I'm here. No, come on. If she's your queen, treat her like a queen. Um, and especially when you're with somebody, they're a representation of you. You know, like if you like hold yourself to certain standards, certain things, certain ethics, uh, why would you be hold yourself there and then all of a sudden you treat the person you're trying to be with like bad, right? Like that's I want people like see they'll see you and like they should see them and be like, oh dang, like your person and be like, dang, they really belong together. I see why they belong together. And look how he treats her. You know, he's always like maintain a high like this, and this, and treats her like a queen. Or, oh, he says this, and this, but he treats her like crap. Like, why is he doing that? You know, like he doesn't really like her. So again, I'm always going to emphasize it all the time. Pay attention to their actions. At the end of the day, like that's what's going to tell you if they're interested. I don't give a shit what people say. What are your actions doing? Of course, it's nice to get compliments and stuff like that and being told, hey, like I'm interested in you. But again, are you also putting in the effort? Remember that. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for listening to another episode. Go listen to the live I did with Jackie. I answered a bunch of questions. And if you guys want to watch the video versions, just remember we are on Spotify and YouTube for video and any other platform to listen to the audio version. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys next time.